Okay, I have an original effect to share with you today. And as you can see, I have 16 random cards of various values, suits, and colors on the table. In fact, I'm going to have you mix these cards thoroughly while I leave the room. Okay, so let me just show you the mixing that we'll have you do, which does an amazing job, as you'll see. Okay, so what I'm going to have you do is just deal out first into two piles. That's fairly easy to do, just left, right. Okay, and then you just repeat that for each of the piles. Okay, so the left one over here. Whoops, sorry about that. You deal into two piles as well. Okay, and then you just leave those two piles of four. Same thing here. Two piles of four. Okay, and then when I'm gone, you can randomly stack these however you like. Okay, so maybe you'll pick up this one, and then that one, and then this one, and then that one. Okay, now you can perform that entire set of actions with the random stacking as many times as you like. You truly can. Okay, now hopefully you won't do it 70 times because I'll be falling asleep outside the room here. But so I'm going to hand the packet to you and let you do as much of that mixing with random stacking as you would like. Okay, so you'd hand the packet to the spectator, you would leave the room, give them a few minutes until they say they're happy with the mixing, and then come back in. Okay, so let's play the role of the spectator for just a moment. Let's say they decide to do this mixing 2 more times. It really is the case they can do this mixing as many times as they like. That is a true statement. Okay, and then they deal out into 2 again. Okay, same thing here, and now they are in fact free to stack these piles however they would like. So maybe they'll go like here, this one goes there, and then this set of 8 goes there. Okay, so we said we would do 2 more. Okay, so the performer's outside the room waiting to be called in. You've decided to do it just 2 more times. Okay, so we'll finish off this second time here with random stacking decided by you, the spectator. So maybe you'll pick up this one, then that one, then this one, then that one. Okay, and then you would just set down the cards and have the performer come back into the room. And of course, they have no idea how many times you decided to do that mixing, but more importantly, they have no idea as to how you randomly stacked the 4 piles at each one of those stages. Okay, so I would come in as the performer, okay, and take the cards that the spectator has mixed thoroughly. And now all I'm going to do is just deal out these cards into 4 piles. Okay, just 4 piles. Just, left to right or right to left is fine. Okay, and I have a written prediction off to the side that we're going to take a look at. And if you think about it, given the original random nature of the cards that we started with, and the fact that the spectator mixed these cards outside the view of the performer, how in the world could we know anything about each set of 4? Well, let's see if we can actually know something. It may be a prediction that's not true, so let's just take a look. So each pile will contain 1 card in each card value category. Okay, so what in the world is that referring to here? So each card value category, well, apparently there's 4 categories here down below. So the claim is if I pick up any one of these, there should be 1 card in each of these 4 categories. Okay, so let's just see if that's the case. Okay, a 5. Yep, 5 is between 4 and 6. In fact, maybe what we'll do is, I think we've read the message already, so we'll just slide this up so that we can actually see the cards. Okay, let's see. 2 falls between ace and 3. A 7 falls between a 7 and a 9, and a jack indeed falls between a 10 and a king. Okay, we got 1 out of 4. Ooh. Okay, there we go, 3. Ace through 3. King falls between 10. And I'll probably shift these so you can see that we're succeeding here. 5, of course, is right there between 4 and 6. 8 is, in fact, between 7 and 9. This is beyond belief already. Okay, so we got a 9 there. 6 falls between 4 and 6. Queen is a card value between 10 and king, and an ace is certainly a card value between ace and 3, right? Okay, we're just hoping that we haven't blown the final packet here. A 10, where's that go? Oh, it goes over here. Okay, so we hope no more of these are in there because this is all full. 7, oh, goes right there. An ace, of course, goes in the first one. That's great. And then, yes, indeed, we got one in the final category of 4 through 6. That is beyond belief and beyond any reasonable odds of happening by chance alone. That is amazing. Okay, so how do you do this? Well, we're actually in a very good place. So let me just show you how to quickly set up the packet. You can use these very cards if you like, or choose 4 cards in each of these categories to work with. But it just takes a moment to actually set up the packet. Okay, so we have 4 of each. So all you do is you just take 1 from each of these. Okay, and you can just, you can rearrange the values within each pile if you would like. I don't know if there's any reason to. I think this is going to give us a good, spread when we spread them out. Okay, so we're almost there. That's almost the packet we need. The only thing, let me just show you the packet so far. It kind of looks like that. We need to make one adjustment. And what we're doing here is we're converting this packet to something that's called a quaternion Bessey sequence of order 16. And it's easy to do. All you do is just deal out 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Move 1 card to the bottom. Deal out 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Move 1 card to the bottom, deal out 4 again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Move 1 card to the bottom and then deal out the final 4. Okay, the packet is now arranged in a special way that is unharmed by dozens and dozens of different mixing procedures, and in particular, the one that I showed you here where we deal out into 2 piles like this, and then deal each of those into 2 piles with random stacking. Okay, and that really is the case. Okay, no, I'm sorry, I'm doing it kind of fast there for that dealing. And then random stack, and you can do that 1 time or 100 times, and then it will be the case that if you just deal these out into 4 piles. In fact, something else you can do, instead of dealing them out into 4, we could have actually pushed off sets of 4, just to show you that. Like, let's say this was the packet before we did the dealing. You could actually push off sets of 4, like this. And that would also have the property that we want here. Okay, and then anyway, you would just kind of show these, and that you've satisfied the conditions and so forth, and then watch the spectator's head explode. Because this is really quite remarkable. Okay, well, thank you for watching, and take a look at some of the links in the description below and some of the notes there if you want to understand the mathematics a little bit better. And I may even have an article there that you can read about the mathematics driving this. So thank you for watching, and take a look at other videos on the Absolute Math Magic channel.